say that, it makes me smile.
That's the best.
It is the best. Hi. How are you? Oh, I forgot to check. Can you tell me moon sign right now and phase? Do you have a moon sign?
As of right now?
Yeah. Here, I'll pull it up on my phone if you can double check it for me while I talk to them. Where's my moon phase at? I meant to double check it. Honestly, you guys, I think it's moon X. Where are we at, y'all? Sign degree.
Sign and degree of the moon.
It says we are 10 point. Is this true? 10.5% in Taurus. Is this true? Is this a true story? Could be. Are we 10.5 in Taurus?
In Taurus? Ooh.
Void from 4:07 a.m. to 5:29 p.m. Are we void of course? Right now? Do you know what that means? Anybody? If you know what void of course means, can you confirm? Are we void of course? Hi. Okay, so last night I was not with you. I'm sorry about that. I had planned to be with you. I had some creative differences. And so I have chosen to be with you now. And I'm very happy to be here. This is a sub for the new moon in Pisces ceremony. I missed you too. I sure did set some really great intentions the night before, and we are out of the void now. Thank you. Okay. Are we Taurus, darlings? I did go to Madonna last night. She didn't start until 10 p.m. because she's a Leo, and it was supposed to start at 8:30. And you know what? You wait. And you know what she does instead of having an opening act? She brings in young DJs to play their sets. So you get exposed to all these new DJs in the city where you live. It's amazing, the talent. And then she started and she went until 1:15, 1:30. So I got home 1:15, so I got home at 2. And then I didn't go to sleep because I couldn't sleep. So I cooked chicken and waited for the sun to rise. And now I'm here with you. But anyway, here's why. Okay, let me just tell you this. Last night was the first time in 12 years that I've missed a moon ceremony on the proper date. Okay. Part of me is like, there's a reason for that, right? In my world, there's not a lot of accidents. So there's not a lot of accidents. Do you know why I think I'm here tonight? In addition to, doing this little ceremony with you and drumming and pulling some cards, I think I'm here tonight because eclipse season has been initiated with this new moon. And it's kind of nice to speak to you on the void of course of 4. It's kind of nice to speak to you. By the way, void of course means the moon is sort of transiting in its own darkness. It's not in a sign. It's its own mystery, and it's void of course. When I was training, and when I was 17, 18 years old, and I was in my Hogwarts, which I did actually something like a very proper. There were exams, all the things. When we were told never to do magic at the void of course moon, never, and then I figured out that's because people don't know how to do magic at the void of course moon. It's like saying don't ever do magic at the eclipse. Well, you can, but it's ricochet, right? So you have to aim that arrow so sharp at the eclipse because that thing will come right back and bounce back at you. Void of course moon is like the 0 point field. It's all levels of consciousness open and available, but not everybody knows how to work with that energy. That energy is like Play-Doh of the universe. So whatever, but if you're not mindful of it and you don't know what you're thinking and you don't know what you're doing, you could create something accidentally. Okay? So, it's good to teach people, oh, don't do that if you can't promise them what they need to know in order to do. So I do magic at the void of course moon when I want to play in the void. But I'm so mindful of my vibration. So I think I'm here tonight actually to talk to you about the eclipse season that's ahead, in addition to the new moon, and that might be more aptly timed tonight. So I'm going to burn some sage, and I just want to say thank you for coming. Moon is still in Aries, 9 degrees. Thank you. That's a little easier energy to work with than Taurus, but we can roll with whatever it is. Yeah, so you guys have your own practices around void moons, and it's totally fine. Like I don't, but I'm teaching you this so that when you see the moon phase as void of course, it's without a course, without a path. And it can be really big magic, but you have to work it accurately. So eclipse season, I just want to talk to you a little bit about this. The upcoming eclipses are the upcoming eclipses are the initiation of a portal. They always are, and they come in bookends. We have 2 sets of eclipses every year. The first set is now, and the second set will be in the fall. And what's really interesting is for the Pisces new moon to initiate it, because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So the reason that's significant is now we start Aries, right, which is initiatory energy, new beginnings. It's the start of the zodiac wheel. It's kind of like the January of the zodiac, okay? So when the moon is new in Pisces and it's initiating the eclipse cycle, the portal, what that means for you is that endings are beginnings, right? So the end of the cycle is initiating the eclipses. The end of the signs is initiating the eclipses. The eclipses are all about endings, and that's the last sign. Then we move into Aries, and all of this turbulence begins. And it's going to be quite turbulent for the next, turbulent just meaning not placid. Things not being as they appear, things taking more time, things being hidden from you, and then all of a sudden appearing, like you sitting with a big question and going, I'm never going to understand this, and all of a sudden, like overnight, the whole thing unravels and you see everything clearly. That's going to be the next 4 to 6 weeks. So hang on to your hat. I think tonight's a good night. What I would like to do, if it resonates with you, is really work with the energies tonight in our community tonight to get into a deep state of intentionality, meaning at the Pisces new moon, which we're still working with that energy, and at the Aries new moon too, which is initiation, what do we really want to create? Because you have to anchor yourself into that desire during eclipse season and hold on to it really tight, because it's like somebody trying to take your balloon away or your toy away. Like you're just going to have to hold tighter to it and make sure that whatever you're trying to create is tethered to something strong. Okay? So how do we do that? So first of all, while the moon is relatively new, and especially with Aries energy behind it tonight, we have to release. So the stones that came with your kit, I just want to show you. And then I'm going to tell you the tale of the rest of the tools, because it really is magic. So bronzite is the stone of releasing. It's for releasing sadness in particular. It's really good for grief, but it's also for releasing people and attachments and relationships to bullshit in your life and all of that, right? And this sort of this place we're sitting between Pisces and Aries is really powerful, because Pisces can dream things into being, and then Aries activates them, creates them, initiates them, right? So we're sort of in between this place of releasing and attracting. So and then you have your blue calcite, and your blue calcite is all about harmony. So we're going to be working with this to release, then we're going to harmonize the frequencies, and then the last stone we're working with is aquamarine. So we're going to, because that's Pisces natal stone. So aquamarine is all about emotional balance and making sure that we are sitting right where we need to be in order to activate the energies that are coming in. And by the way, the worksheet is still available. So if you want all the details on what a new moon in Pisces is all about, you can go and get that. Okay, so I'm going to open my circle so we can get started. So what we're going to be doing tonight is adding these stones and the mist that you got. By the way, if you got this kit, really treasure this. And do you know why? It's the first time we've ever distilled our own essential oils for our product at Sage Goddess. And this is my dad's white sage, my champaka flowers, my pink jasmine, everything from my garden. So I went through my garden. I grabbed everything that was blooming a couple of weeks ago. We ran it through the little distillery machine we have here now. And so it's literally my garden in a bottle. So I hope you like it. I can't recreate it. It took a really long time to make it. But when you smell it, you're literally, if you could walk through my garden right now, this is literally what you would be smelling and touching and feeling. So we're going to be adding that to the fountain. And then you have your candle, which is open flow. And I would say it's still Pisces Aries energy to be in what we would call open flow. Okay. Are you ready? Let's do this. And again, thank you for coming around to do it tonight. Like I said, I think there's still so much magic in the field, and I think there's still so much work to be done, and so our timing is never wrong. It's fun to bring you stuff from my garden. No way! Angela's son is turning 27 on the 19th. Still your baby, huh? My kids are getting so big, and Zoe's turning 15 on Friday. Crazy, right? Still my babies. Love you guys. All right, this is for you. When I'm here for you on nights like tonight, this is just to open a circle and help you relax, help you surrender, help you release, living an intentional life. Yeah. Aw, Christy, I do see you. So much love to you and your baby too. So roll your shoulders back, call your energy into present time, calling in the guides and the guardians of the four directions to be with us and sit in ceremony space with us tonight. On the edge of all things, the tide is turning. The wheel turns. The eclipse season will show you what you need to see. You don't have to ask questions. You don't have to have answers. Love it for that. You guys are so sweet. All right. Whew. Calling to the east. Element of air. Guides and guardians. We see you tonight. See us as well. And we welcome you into ceremony space. The direction of east, element of air, brings clarity, being able to see accurately. New beginnings, new cycles, new places, new spaces, new people, new love. We welcome you. And we turn the wheel south. Guides and guardians of the south, element of fire. We see you. We ask that you see us too. The direction of passion, creation, transformation, shedding skin, snake medicine. We welcome power in the cycle. This is midday, youth, vitality, desire. Welcomed into ceremony space. Guides and guardians of the west, element of water, sunset. Relationship. In the west, it's all about mother medicine, healing, renewal, regeneration, the wisdom of age. And we welcome you into ceremony space. And then to the north, guides and guardians of earth, stabilizing, empowering, protecting, bringing patience and peace, purpose. In the wheel, this is night, evening, old age, grandparents, comfort. We welcome you to ceremony space. Guides of the above and the below, we meet in the center at the heart. We welcome in all elements, all guardians. In the vertical axis, the horizontal axis. Below our feet, above our head, within our heart. Together we say, Amen. Aho. So it is. As the tide turns. Can you hear the fountain? It's kind of sweet. Like, I just love the little water element magic happening in the background. All guardians, all of the cool kids are represented. They're all here, so our circle is nicely held. Now, what I want you to do for the first part of our meditation, and if you don't have the kit, what I would say is get a stone from your collection that's really good for releasing. That would be your obsidian, bronzite, obviously. Almost any of the black, gray, or brown stones can be worked with as allies for releasing. So I want you to grab that stone. And then I want you to grab a second stone. We're using blue calcite because we're harmonizing water element energy tonight, but another harmonizing stone from your collection would be fine. Kyanite's always going to fit that bill because it's really good for alignment. So if you have like an obsidian and a kyanite, or a bronzite and a blue topaz would be really good for this too. Angelite would be really good. Celestite. So just lots of Larimar, obviously. So lots of options and alternatives. And then I want you to choose a stone for your outcome. It's kind of like a 3-card tarot spread, past, present, future. So like, what's the direction you're rowing in? For us tonight, it's emotional healing and renewal, like a reset of the emotions. But if you're working with something else, you could be like working with leadership, and so working with sunstone or passion for tangerine quartz or whatever you're trying to create. So I'd like you to have 3 stones that you're working with tonight. Okay. Now, what we're going to do for ceremony is I want you to take your releasing stone in your left hand, cover it with your right hand. And so between your palms, because that's your masculine and your feminine sort of in union, right? I want you to infuse this stone, charge this stone with everything that needs to be released tonight. So that can be an emotion, that can be a person, that can be an experience, that can be almost anything that needs to be. It's like weighing you down, it's heavy on your mind, and you know that on the etheric levels you can release it. And you're in a good circle, so all the guides and guardians can help you. You can also give them permission just to release on your behalf anything that isn't and really in service to your purpose for being here. So I'm just going to open that door wide and just say, through this stone, I release all energies that aren't serving my highest good. Aho. So, as the wheel spins, it's purifying the water. I'm going to put my stones in first, and then I'm going to change the water. So you can do it either way. You can add you're meant to add this. I wouldn't use all of it because I don't have any more of this. So, and it's super special because it's from my garden, right? So I would, when we add it, it's more for the energy. I just wouldn't pour your whole bottle in, but it's up to you. If you want to use the whole thing, you can. Now I want you to grab your middle stone, right? This is the stone of everything that we're aligning to right now. So it's not the future, it's the present. So what is it right now in your world or in your path that you want to align to and connect to more intentionally? So for me, it's there's a lot of surrender energy. There's a lot of love and joy and wanting to stay in that frequency versus fear, which is kind of like, whenever you want to know what to release, think about what you want to experience and look at the counterpoint, right? So if you want to experience deeper joy, then you're going to have to release the opposite of joy. So sadness or resentment or whatever, right? So I'm aligning to all those frequencies. What are you aligning to? And I love this stone. Like I said, blue calcite is the ultimate harmonizer. So it's just, this is its whole purpose, is to bring you into greater harmony. So I'm going to place that there. And then I want you to choose your third stone. So this is the stone of the frequency that you're going to move toward. So this is your outcome stone, your future stone. And like I said, we chose aquamarine because it's Pisces energy. So we were like choosing to be intentional about aligning with Pisces energy. I'm wearing my aquamarine today. It's great because it's the birthstone for the whole month of March. So all of you Pisces, and like even my son who's Aries, but at the end of the month, it's his birthstone too. So emotional healing, connection, like letting my heart drive rather than my head all the time, which you have to learn how to do that. That's a skill. So letting the heart drive and letting myself and letting yourself feel all the feelings. And my friend Daisy Foss, who's a radically powerful healer in the UK, really always says that aquamarine is Merlin's stone. So there's all this Avalon energy, magician energy. So that's my archetype. So it resonates with me. Now, I want you to turn your bottle 3 times. 1, 2, 3, it's a lucky number. And I want you to add as much as you want to the water. There's white sage essential oil. Like I said, it's everything from my garden that I grow. So there's jasmine, there's champaka, there's lavender, white sage. I put star jasmine in here too, I had lemon blossoms from my lemon tree. So it was kind of a magic moment. So I'm just going to add a little bit to it. You're basically just shifting the frequency of the water because the oils are living. So now, and it's also going to diffuse the scent of the oils in the water. So now those stones are being charged in that water with all the energy. But you can see I didn't use very much because I don't have any more of this. So this is my only bottle of my own blend because we used everything we had to make it for you. So yeah, the first stone was bronzite. That's your releasing. The tuberose is the champaka that you're smelling. There is some tuberose essential oil in it too, but my champaka flowers smell like tuberose. So yeah, bronzite was the first stone for releasing. So what are you letting go of that doesn't serve you anymore? And then we move to the calcite, which is for harmonizing. So what are the frequencies that you're aligning to? And then we move to the outcome stone, which is where you want, from where you are to where you want to be. It's basically the order of those stones. And those are the order that we charge them in. Okay, so now I want you to, if you want to kind of drop into a really nice meditation right here, we chose this fountain with a lot of intention because the sphere rolling, if you focus your vision, it's total Pisces move here, but if you focus your vision on one of the spheres, the rotating spheres in the middle, and let the rest of it fall away, you will drop into a really deep meditation. And as your vision softens, as you're focusing on the middle sphere here, can you see it? So that if you don't have one, you can use mine. As you focus on one of the spheres and you let your vision fall soft, then if you're looking at the fountain, the colors change on the inside. And it's like the elevator goes lower, 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 lower until you're really soft and relaxed. And so this is the place where I want you setting intentions from this really soft, open place. Knowing that the moon is waxing now, it's 12% 12% Aries. So it's crescent now. So there's a little bit of momentum behind you, but you're up against an eclipse cycle that's going to pull rugs out from under your feet. So what do we do with that in this moment? So we let our vision fall soft and we ask, what do we need to know that we don't know now? And if you're open to really having answers in your life, just recognize that can also be a really challenging time, right? Because do you want me to keep the camera on that so you can see it? Because some of you might actually be working with it as a meditation. Okay, so now I always do things in threes. I don't know if there's any more fountains, unfortunately. I can double check for you later. I'm writing solo tonight because it's 7:12 and I didn't want Team SG to stay late tonight. So you have me and me alone. Usually there's a Karen on the other side with links. What are the three things you would create from this place? So this place where you're in a circle, you're held tightly, you are in a really clear lunar phase, you have no eclipse activity yet, but you're about to be in the washing machine with it, right? So before that energy shifts and everything becomes unclear for a minute, before it gets clear again, what can you build from here? And I want you to play with just what immediately comes to mind. So like what comes to mind for me is expansion, creativity. I'm just giving you the words that are coming to my mind. I would love to hear the words that come to your mind. Compassion. Like I'm in a state of really deep feeling for others right now. And that's not always where we are, right? Because sometimes we're so in our own stuff that we can't see things through other people's lenses. But I've had so many experiences this week, like a really good friend of mine going through some unexpected grief and like just sort of moving into that field to see that the world is bigger than your lens, right? Unadulterated joy. I love you, Amanda. Oh, Lauren, it's so good that you guys. Thank you, by the way, for being here tonight because this was super impromptu. I was like, I don't know how many people are going to join. Literally, we just put this together this afternoon. So it's super cool that you showed up to the party. We are home alone. Connection, planning, execution, validation, love it, growth, faith. And again, just focusing here, like what can you build from this place, this energetic space that you're in, which is kind of a playground. It's not, Pisces is not going to let us be held down or subject to rules of engagement. That's just not what happens. Pisces will swim. Pisces is the two fish, right? It will swim right past your fucking rules. Your rule is here. Pisces is over here. So, and I kind of love that. Again, we're in Aries now, so it's taking that imagination and making it directed in one place. So play, abundance, truth, growth, love, discernment. Trish is so cute. Forgiveness. Getting unstuck for Millie. That's a big one for a lot of us, right? And then you know me. I want to take the word, I love unstuck, or take the word stuck and figure out what all the reverse meanings of that are. So, because if you look at something, I want to be unstuck. That is one way of expressing that energy. But you could also say, I want to be in flow, which is a more powerful way of phrasing it. Or I want to be open, which would be another way of phrasing it. So one of the things you might want to do tonight is sit with the words that are coming up for you right now and then make a list of synonyms. What are other words that you could use to describe that? And then breathe into those spaces too. You know what I mean? Flowing with ease. And then the further refinement of all of this is, instead of saying I want something, because if you say I want something, by definition you don't have it, usually. So what it's best to say is I have, I enjoy, I receive, I am open to, I experience, which suggest that it's a present moment versus a deferred dream. Inspired, right? Okay, so all of those, so you can make your list of words, or you can just sort of like add the words in your mind and imagine them and see those words as a playground. Now at the new moon, some of us get really creative. We've done all kinds of things over these 12 years. Like, it's literally, again, you're playing in the field, especially with the void of course moon, so you can literally use your fingers to draw things. Your right hand is always the one that's projecting energy, so you can write the words into the field. You can, I like to take perfume. I'll take next month's perfume and write the words on my skin. So, and you have roller perfumes, but you can literally like write your intentions on your skin, infinity symbols, all kinds of things. So, different ways to work the energies tonight. Okay. Now, while we have a few minutes, I thought I would pull some cards to refine your intentions a little bit and give you my perspective on where you might want to go with the energies that are happening. So, would anybody like a card? I almost never have time or get a chance to do live readings, so it was kind of fun to get in the field. And this is our new moon deck. This is the one that we had in the show tonight, so you're getting to work with that. It feels like 100 years ago that I wrote this deck. Unhinged is kind of that's the next month's set of tools, but it really, we were in a team meeting and it was like, what are we going to call the perfume and the candle for next month? And I was like, unhinged. And everybody looked at me like, really? I was like, yeah, Aries is unhinged. In a good way. Okay. Yay! Okay. Heather Gallimore. Heather. So what does Heather need to focus on tonight? They're talking about blind spots, healed ego. Intention. I make decisions based on my heart and not my mind. were we not just talking about this, which allows me to transcend ego and self-importance in favor of truth and clarity. I release the need for control, and in doing so, I allow for magic to unfold in my life. So you have a blind spot around this, is what Spirit's saying. So tonight, a good intention for you would be, show me what I can't see. We all have a blind spot. It's like when you're driving and you can't see the car right next to you, but it's right there. And so the blind spots in manifestation are obstacles, right? They're the things that prevent us from being able to create. So how do we figure out what we don't know? It has to be shown, and then when you get shown, you can't go, oh, I didn't like that. I don't want to see that. It's like, too bad. Okay. Linda Saviano, well, welcome. It's Linda's first time. Nice to have you here. So what does Linda need to know that she doesn't know? What should be her focus for intention setting tonight? Are you stressed out? Your energy, my heart gets a little faster when I'm in your field. Healed shadow. So the intention is, my shadow is no longer denied, but is fully acknowledged and integrated into my life, half of the whole of my beauty. I integrate my shadow and see the gifts that dwell within it, bringing them gently and intentionally into my heart and my work in the world. So integrating your shadow is really good to do at a moon phase like this, especially before the eclipse, because everything in your life that's challenging is a reflection of your own inner turmoil. So if you're not healing around the things that are causing you pain and sorrow or stress, like I was feeling in her field, then those are the things that are going to get mirrored back to you by people's behavior during the eclipse window. And you're going to be like, you're going to start to see the patterns, but you have to consciously agree. Yeah, can you take a vacation, Linda? Can you take a mental health day? I am actually being really serious. Your energy field is powerful, but it's overwhelmed. It's like your central nervous system. I think it would make a world of difference for you. That's just what I'm getting for you. Like and you might say, well, I can't. And then I would say, yeah, you can. Okay. Jade. Hi, Jade. What does Jade need to know that she doesn't know right now? Your intention. When I'm here at night, the doors open and close. Burning to create. Jade, you are a fountain of divine creativity, overflowing with ideas and inspiration. So perfect for right now. So your intention is this: I allow new ideas to emerge and channel them with clarity, honoring what wants to be built and formed through my hands in service of the greater good. There's going to be 2 big new beginnings for you this year is what I'm getting. One is soon, before May, and then the other one is in the fall, end of fall. Or it could be end of November, early December. So these are, one of them you're anticipating and the other one you're not. It's not bad. It's just some change. It'll be after the eclipse cycle. It's not. I don't think this first one's going to surprise you. It's all for your highest good. But like when you look back and you remember this, you're going to be like, oh, that's what she was talking about. Okay. Where am I going? Spirit. Andrea Ariano. Hi, Andrea. Andrea. What does she need to know that she doesn't know right now? Healed body. Yeah, something, it's somewhere from your waist down. It feels like stomach stuff. Could be like large intestine stuff. Could be kidney something, or like, I'm just seeing like from your, like the bottom half of you, but not your legs. So the intention is, my body is healthy and strong, free of pain, able to move in alignment with my vision for my life. I'm well and whole, and my body is free to move and play, enjoying a full range of motion and magic. So there's, I don't know what that is. It could even be like sciatica stuff, but that there's like inflammation right there. Like if I could like get my hands into your, right at the base of your hips, I could move it. But so focus your energy there, and just, I don't know if you know how to do a chakra scan where you take a look at those lower chakras and visualize them, or, You can work with a pendulum too to ask, is this one blocked? And then to put some, healing or clearing stones there. But this is, whatever this is going to move, but I don't know. It seems like that's the place. And I don't know if it's inhibiting you from doing all the things you want to do, but it will ease. There's just tension there. It's so good to be with you guys tonight. Okay, let me see. Where am I going now? Spirit. Really? Wendy Bowers? I haven't pulled for you before? Okay, Wendy. What does Wendy need to know? She doesn't know right now. Wealth of Wisdom. Pulled this card earlier today too. So here's your intention. I am a wise being who has access to endless fountains of sacred wisdom. I use my gifts of wisdom and discernment to hold healing space for others as well as our planet. They're talking about work and they're talking about healing. So I don't know if you're doing healing work or you want to be doing healing work, but the timing for that is pretty good. There's something around summer solstice that feels like it's important for you. That's June 2021, 20th, 21st. So if you're trying to start something, I would suggest that you envision it tonight and then work on manifestation after the eclipse portal, because it is kind of wonky to call things in right then. Okay. I love you, Saya. All right. Let's see, where am I going? Rachel, is it Rockfall? I've never had a reading with loved one without permissions. Well, thank you for the permission too, because it gives me if you give me permission, then I can do energy work. So that's why people say they give me permission. Otherwise, I can just read for you. Okay, I can't go in. Rachel. Healed mind. It's interesting because what I was getting was like, and by the way, energetically, depression and anxiety and fear all look alike. They're all riding on the same frequency. So I can't ever really tell what it is unless I'm all the way in. So that was coming up. But I don't know if you're sad. I don't know if you're anxious. I don't know if you're super stressed out, because the frequency is the same. So my thoughts are clear and positive and serve my highest good. It's for you. I focus on visions of wellness for myself and others. Through my healed mind and thoughts, I manifest a vision of wellness and healing for myself and my planet. So you have to change your mentality is kind of what I'm getting. How you see things. I mean, perception is reality, right? So however I see the world, that's my reality. If I change how I see the world, then my reality changes. I know. It is interesting, Cersei, right? Like the number of healed cards, because there's other cards. There's the burning cards. There's the wealth cards. There's the happy cards. Okay. Oh my God. Kim, happy birthday to you. May I have a card for my birthday today? All permissions granted. Darling, I get to read for you on your birthday. Maybe I did this tonight just for you. All right, happy birthday, Kim. Kim. What does Kim need to know? This, and when I read on your birthday, it's the year, it's not the day. So we're looking really ahead now. What do you need to know? Selfless happiness. I wish happiness for all forms of creation, asking that all living and sentient beings have what they seek, so long as it harms none. In wishing happiness for others, I also receive personal satisfaction because we're all intricately connected within the web of life. So, question that's coming to me for you is, what do you need to be happy? I don't know what that is, because it's different for everybody. When I need to be happy might not make you happy. It probably would, but I don't know. I have a very unique set of needs in my life. Okay. La. That was a fun one, huh? Okay. Martha. Hi, Martha. She said, I'm sipping Magic Hour tea, which is my beloved dear friend Zena's magic, while I watch the candle burn. I give permission for energy work. Okay, Martha. What's coming up for you? What do you need to know that you don't know right now? Spirit's like, breathe with me. Healed Shadow. Interesting, because it's a big deck, so when cards come up twice, it's the energy in the field. So my shadow is no longer denied, but is rather fully acknowledged and integrated into my life, half of the whole of my beauty. I integrate my shadow and see the gifts that dwell within it, bringing them gently and intentionally into my heart and my work in the world. What does this look like for you? Something old. Childhood something. I don't know if it was like some kind of conflict. I don't know if it was bullying or like a argument or a fight or something, but the energy is still kind of there. So moving that energy, since you gave me permission, what do I need to move that for you? Because all you see is my hand. So that's red energy, which sits in the root, right? So when you have like old core wounding patterning stuff, has to be moved at the root chakra. So I'll just go in and see what I see. Yeah, it looks like maybe 10 years or younger, and something significant, some kind of conflict where you didn't feel in your power, and sometimes that gets triggered by current dynamics. So there's you are in charge of your experience. You're not a victim of your circumstances. You are in charge. So it's like taking your power back, kind of. Which honestly, now's the time to do that. Again, we don't want to be doing these things during an eclipse cycle, because an eclipse cycle is like reaching your hand into a well full of piranhas and seeing what you pull up. It's like I didn't want that. So I would not recommend doing a whole bunch of really deep shadow work during the eclipse cycle. So if you're going to go in and fix some of this like old childhood stuff, I think now is a better time to do that than later. And thank you for letting me go in. Okay, I'm going to do one more personal reading, and then I'm going to do a reading for the collective. Then we're going to send up our intentions, and then we're going to close our circle. And like I said, I'm super stoked you were here tonight. Okay. Pamela Becerra, can you read for me? Permission granted. I'm changing major things in my life. Join the club. Pamela. Everybody is, though. If they're not talking about it, they're not talking about it. But it doesn't mean that this isn't exactly what everybody is going through. I have my fingers in a lot of pies because of what I do. And so I hear from everybody. And I don't know anybody who's like, oh, yeah, status quo. And then what does the eclipse season look like through that? Learning to receive. I am open and ready to receive what life has prepared for me. And you can say these things out loud. I mean, the more you speak and handwrite, the better. If you keep everything in your mind, that's a third tier energy and it's not as strong. I welcome change and transformation in alignment with my highest good. In surrendering, receiving, and allowing, I move into deeper alignment with my soul's true purpose and access new levels of spiritual healing. That felt good. I missed you too. Hi, Sylvie. Okay, so are you ready for a collective pull? Collective pull. Pamela, all the changes that are coming for you are all for your highest good. And a couple of them you wanted. A couple of them are not going to go exactly the way you thought they were going to go. It never fully does. So what you have to do is trust the outcome and surrender to the process. You're not going to be able to control it all. There's a little bit of that in you, like, okay, I do want all this to happen, but I'm going to say when it happens, and I'm going to say how it happens, and it's like, tonight's a good night to lay some of that stuff down. So for the collective, what does everybody need to know? No, right now. Shit. Healed body. My body is healthy and strong. You should say that every day. My body is healthy and strong and young and whatever you want it to be. Free of pain and able to move freely in alignment with my vision for my life. I am well and whole, and my body is free to move and play, enjoying a full range of motion and magic. I am well and whole. That's another great one. All my cells open to receive. Yeah. So we have priorities for tonight, right? Or like I would say the next week, which is release the stuff that needs to be surrendered and let go, and commit to releasing it on a really primal, subterranean, cellular level, because the eclipse is going to pull it all up and throw it at you if you don't. So you better to do that work now. Make lists of words that you want to inhabit, and then make synonym lists. So you're calling on that energy from all different directions in case your language is incomplete. Just because you're human, sometimes it is. And then clean up your mess. So if you've gotten yourself into some gnarly places in your life, set the intention to clean it up. You can't do other people's work for them, but you can clean up your own mess and not make additional messes in the process of cleaning up your mess. You're welcome. That's Pisces New Moon. That's the quick and dirty, not so dirty version. All right. God, Goddess, and source of all that is. Tonight, we send up our wishes on angel's wings, eagle's wings, what we want to create, build, experience, explore. Focus on what you're creating from here. And you can say your intentions out loud. I'm not in your room with you, so I won't see you. But what are you building? Strong, healthy body. That seems like it's in alignment with the energy right now. We ask that you take these intentions, receive them on our behalf, manifest them in perfect time and full alignment with the highest good of all things, people, frequencies on the planet at this time. And together we say, Amen, Aho. So it is. Super good. Yes, I 3,000%. I think we've all, I will say this as I release our guides and guardians. A couple things. No accidents. Not in my world. There's synchronicities. So, for some reason we were meant to be together tonight. I'm trusting the process. It was really nice to have you here, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. There's always a larger web at play. But what I've really appreciated so very much is, first of all, since we're all alone, it's kind of nice that you guys have helped and supported each other in the feed, because I can't do both at the same time. And also, like, the gratitude that we experience, when we're together. I am truly grateful that I get to hold this space with you and for you, and that we've done it for so long, that we have this connection. And if you're new, you won't feel new for long. This is such a cool community that you've joined. And there's always these free live events on YouTube, and then I teach classes online too, so you can come and learn with me. There's information at sagegoddess.com/apothecary. We have class tomorrow. Tomorrow's class, by the way, I'm teaching smoke signals, which have a lot of different meaning in different contexts, but I'm focusing on shamanism, which is my my path as a healer. But so we're going to be talking about the magic and medicine of smoke, and as we turn the wheel from winter to spring, we go from north to east. So there's all this eastern energy of smoke and rising air, and how do we manage that? And then I'm going to be going on a much deeper dive with you tomorrow to prepare you for the eclipse season. So sending out smoke signals is sort of like sending crow as a messenger, right? You're sending the initial message out, you're sending up, you're setting your intentions, or sending up your prayers, and then that ultimately creates a swirl of energy that comes back to you in the form of manifestation. So that's tomorrow's class. It's a journey, but it's going to be very powerful. Smoke signals. And then I'll teach you how to read smoke, and we'll do all those fun things together. But in this moment, I want to say really big thanks, because what we do together is really profound, and it's an honor to hold the space for you and for me too. So cheers. I love you. I want to wish you a beautiful evening. It is now 7:39 p.m. Pacific time. So I will send you on your way. Worksheets are in the classroom for tomorrow if you're in class. If you're not in class, this worksheet is available for download at sagegoddess.com, and it's kind of cool because these are a gift to you, and it's all my wisdom about the new moon in Pisces. So it gives you the 411, and then it gives you journaling questions. And if you track these over the course of the year, we do one every month for you. At the end of the year, you can go back and read your own thoughts, and it's cool to see where you were. You can track your growth that way, and it's good stuff. And then, like I said, really, not all tools that we create are the same. Really treasure this. Use it sparingly. Keep diluting it if you want, but it's all my dad's white sage oil and my jasmine, 2 kinds of jasmine and champaka and everything, lemon blossoms from my garden. So, and we distilled it. We hand distilled it here at SG, so it was really made with a lot of love. So enjoy. And on we go. So I'll see you in class tomorrow. If you're an apothecary, would love to have you join us. And if you're not in class tomorrow, I just want to take a big bow and say thank you for being the beautiful souls that you are. You make my world a better place. And I wish that all your dreams come true. See you soon.